Picture a man who walks through the world unnoticed, yet his presence shifts the air around him. He doesn't shout his strength, but his silence cuts deeper than any roar. He's not chasing glory, yet glory finds him, because he's mastered himself in ways others can't fathom. This is the Sigma male, and you're in the right place to understand his power. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where we uncover the raw, unfiltered truths of the independent, self-reliant man who lives by his own code. Today we're diving into 11 terrifying things Sigma males do that no alpha man dares to, all rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. These aren't just actions, they're declarations of a mindset that thrives on self-mastery, resilience, and unshakable independence. So, lean in because this journey will challenge everything you thought you knew about power. 1. They ghost empires, not just people. Sigma males don't just walk away from toxic relationships or dead-end jobs. They vanish from entire systems that no longer serve their purpose. Imagine a man who's the quiet engine of a corporation, a movement, or a social circle. One day he's there, driving progress with his unseen influence. The next he's gone, leaving no trace, no explanation, just absence. This isn't rage quitting or sabotage. It's a cold, calculated choice to reject environments that demand compromise or drain his soul. In Stoic terms, he exercises his power of choice, refusing to lend his energy to a flawed structure. His departure exposes the system's fragility, leaders scramble, the culture falters, and the truth echoes. It only felt legitimate because he was in it. He wasn't a cog, he was the exception that made the machine seem real. This act of ghosting is terrifying because it's not personal, it's existential. The Sigma doesn't leave to hurt others. He leaves to free himself. His liberation reveals a Stoic truth. True power lies in what you can walk away from. While alphas cling to their roles, the Sigma's absence creates a void that forces others to confront their dependence. He doesn't burn bridges, he simply ceases to cross them. The system spasms not because he destroyed it, but because he proved it was never whole without him. This is the Sigma's quiet rebellion. He redefines power by choosing where his energy flows. 2. They befriend the darkness within, not bury it. While alphas polish their heroic facades, Sigma males sit in the dark with their shadows. Rage, envy, primal hunger, these aren't emotions to suppress but forces to understand and master. The Sigma doesn't shy away from his inner chaos. He interrogates it, dissecting its roots with the precision of a Stoic philosopher. He asks, why does this anger burn? What triggers this desire? Through this relentless self-examination, he transforms his darkness into a tool, sharp, controlled, and purposeful. This isn't indulgence. It's alchemy, turning raw emotion into disciplined strength. The result? You can't shame him, guilt-trip him, or manipulate him with his dark side. He's already faced it and made it his ally. This mastery of the self is terrifying because it renders the Sigma immune to external control. Where others might crumble under societal pressure to hide their flaws, he embraces them as part of his wholeness. In Stoic philosophy, this reflects the principle of amor fati, loving one's fate, including the messy, primal parts. His calm isn't the absence of darkness, it's the dominion over it. This makes him unpredictable, not in a chaotic way but in a way that defies manipulation. He operates from a place of complete self-awareness, where triggers that unravel others simply don't touch him. To face a Sigma is to face a man who has already won the war within himself. 3. They master sexuality, it doesn't master them. Forget the alpha's obsession with conquests and validation through physical triumphs. For the Sigma, sexuality is a potent force like nuclear fuel, dangerous, powerful, and requiring absolute control. He feels desire as intensely as anyone, but his choices are governed by a sovereign will. He can walk away from magnetic chemistry if it smells of manipulation or emotional cost, not out of repression but out of strength. This restraint flips the dynamics of seduction entirely. When others rely on lust to wield power, the Sigma's detachment exposes their weakness. His intimacy, when he chooses it, is electric, not because he needs it but because he grants it as a conscious act of power. This mastery is terrifying because it redefines desire itself. In Stoic terms, the Sigma practices self-discipline, ensuring his actions align with reason, not impulse. He doesn't chase, he summons through presence and an unnerving detachment that leaves others questioning their own neediness. His emotional armor deflects seduction tactics, making him untouchable in a world obsessed with validation. When he engages, it's on his terms, creating connections that are profound because they're chosen, not coerced. This sovereignty over desire sets him apart, proving that true power lies not in conquest but in the ability to walk away from temptation without a flinch. For they learn in solitude, burning the manual. Sigma males don't need gurus, masterminds, or external validation to grow. They're black holes of autodidactic intensity. They absorb the world around them, conversations, failures, silences, even the unconscious tells of others, as raw data for their relentless internal processor. In solitude, they dissect their own minds with surgical precision, questioning every bias, burning outdated beliefs in the fire of brutal self-accountability. This isn't about following a prescribed path, it's about forging one. The Sigma's learning is untraceable, unscripted, and fiercely independent, rooted in the Stoic principle of seeking wisdom through reason and reflection. The terrifying outcome of this solitary education is unpredictable evolution. One day he's absorbing, the next he's speaking languages no one taught him, making decisions with chilling precision, operating 5 moves ahead on a board only he sees. You can't profile him because he's not following any playbook. His knowledge is self-forged, a weapon honed in silence. This aligns with Stoic self-reliance, trusting one's own reasoning over external dogma. Others scramble to keep up, unable to anticipate his next move because he's not bound by conventional paths. The Sigma's mind is a fortress, built brick by brick in solitude, and its strength lies in its independence from the world's noise. 5. They abandon thrones without losing an ounce of power. Watch a Sigma walk away from everything an alpha would kill for: status, wealth, recognition, the corner office. He doesn't leave in defeat but in profound dismissal, as if the throne was never his source of power. His strength radiates from within, untethered to titles or applause. This detachment is a psychological supernova, revealing a Stoic truth. True power is internal, not external. While alphas define themselves by their trophies, the Sigma proves that stripping away the crown only makes him stronger, his essence concentrated and more dangerous. He doesn't lose power by leaving, he confirms it. This act of abandonment terrifies because it exposes the fragility of those who cling to external symbols. In Stoic philosophy, this reflects the practice of focusing on what's within one's control, your character, your choices, and letting go of what isn't. The Sigma's power is portable, independent of the room or the title. He proves the most powerful man isn't the one on the throne but the one who shows the throne is irrelevant. His quiet exit forces others to confront their own dependence on validation, leaving them scrambling in the wake of his unshakable independence. This is the Sigma's ultimate statement. His strength is his own and no one can take it away. If you're watching this and feeling a spark of recognition, if your mind is whispering, "That's me," then you already know. You're the silent observer, the one building in the shadows, the one others underestimate. You don't need the world's applause. You're here to see the code of your own existence articulated. This isn't just a video, it's a mirror reflecting your quiet power. Keep forging your path. Keep vanishing from the noise. The world's chaos isn't your arena, you're crafting something far greater. 6. They weaponize emotional ice, the silent cutoff. Forget loud arguments or dramatic exits. The Sigma executes emotional severance with the precision of a scalpel. One moment you're in his orbit, warmed by his presence. The next you're met with a psychological dead zone, absolute zero. This isn't pettiness or spite, it's a Stoic survival protocol, rooted in the principle of protecting one's inner peace. When he detects manipulation, toxicity, or energy vampirism, a switch flips, and the connection is severed irrevocably. His warmth was real, but his cold is absolute, a polite, distant indifference that's more devastating than any outburst. He doesn't hate you, he archives you. This glacial detachment is terrifying because it's final. The Sigma doesn't need closure and he offers none. In Stoic terms, he's mastered the art of letting go, focusing only on what serves his purpose and peace. His emotional ice isn't cruelty, it's clarity, a refusal to engage with anything that compromises his sovereignty. Those left behind are shaken, not by his anger, but by the realization that they no longer exist in his world. This silent cutoff is a masterclass in boundaries, proving that the Sigma's greatest strength is his ability to walk away without looking back, leaving others to grapple with the void of his absence. 7. They become legends without a sound. No hype, no self-promotion, no clamor for attention. The Sigma builds his empire in the sub-basement of reality, working in profound silence while others perform for the spotlight. His progress is a whisper against the Alpha's deafening roar, yet it carries tectonic force. He doesn't seek fame. He accumulates power through relentless, quiet effort. Then, without warning, he emerges as a legend, an undeniable force that others didn't see coming. The terrifying truth? His rise wasn't sudden, it was invisible. He didn't claw for attention, the world simply noticed the gravity he'd become. This silent ascent aligns with Stoic humility, focusing on the work, not the applause. The Sigma's power lies in his lack of need for external validation. He forces doubters and gatekeepers to confront a chilling reality. He was always winning, but they weren't paying attention because he didn't need them to. His legend is built on results, not announcements, making his presence all the more formidable. Others scramble to understand how he did it, but the answer is simple: he never needed their gaze. This is the Sigma's quiet triumph. He becomes a force not by shouting but by being. 8. They study enemies like lab specimens. Confront a Sigma and you become his experiment. He doesn't engage in ego-driven battles. He retreats into chilling observation, studying your anger, tactics, and insecurities with detached curiosity. To him, you're not a threat, you're data. He maps your triggers, your scripts, your weaknesses, compiling a mental dossier on your entire operating system. While you think you're winning, he's already 3 steps ahead, turning your attack into his education. The terrifying outcome? He doesn't seek revenge, he achieves immunity. Once he understands your code, you can't touch him. This approach embodies the Stoic principle of rational detachment, focusing on understanding rather than reacting. The Sigma transforms conflict into growth, using his enemies as mirrors to refine his own strength. They become archived case studies in his mental library, referenced only to ensure they remain obsolete. This isn't about destruction, it's about evolution. By studying his adversaries, he evolves beyond their reach, rendering their attacks irrelevant. The Sigma's power lies in this: he doesn't fight you, he outgrows you, leaving you to wrestle with the realization that you were never his equal. 9. They wear the villain label like armor. Crave approval? Need to be liked? The Sigma finds these chains laughable. If speaking his truth, enforcing boundaries, or refusing to play nice brands him the villain, he wears that label with cold pride. He knows authenticity is often mistaken for menace by those addicted to facades. He won't soften his edges or mute his instincts to soothe fragile egos or fit a good guy narrative. This defiance is rooted in Stoic integrity, living in alignment with one's principles regardless of external judgment. His freedom is a mirror, reflecting the compromises of those who bend to fit in. This willingness to be the villain is terrifying because it exposes the cost of conformity. The Sigma's power lies in his refusal to pay it. He understands that being hated for your truth is nobler than being loved for a lie you can't sustain. Others fear his unapologetic authenticity because it forces them to confront their own inauthenticity. In Stoic terms, he practices courage, standing firm in his values even when it isolates him. The Sigma doesn't just wear the villain label. He wields it, turning judgment into armor that shields him from the world's noise and empowers him to live unapologetically. 10. They endure hellstorms in absolute silence. Personal collapse, crushing pressure, soul-deep trauma. The Sigma endures these in a soundproof chamber of the self. While others broadcast their suffering for sympathy, his pain is a private, sacred fire, forged in solitude and witnessed by none. You won't find him posting cryptic messages or seeking validation. You'll find him showing up, day after brutal day, with clear eyes and unshaken composure, carrying weights that would break others. His calm isn't the absence of a storm, it's the eye within it. This Stoic resilience, focusing on what's within his control, makes him a force of nature. The terrifying reveal is how he emerges transformed. His silence isn't weakness, it's strength, metabolized into unbreakable resolve. In Stoic philosophy, this reflects the practice of enduring hardship with equanimity, using pain as a forge for growth. His colder eyes, quieter presence, and sharper instincts are evidence of battles fought and won alone. Others see only the surface, his calm, but the Sigma carries the scars of hellstorms he's conquered in silence. This existential strength makes him untouchable, a man who doesn't just survive chaos but uses it to become something greater. 11. They love with open hands and will walk without a flinch. The Sigma's love is profound, intense, and authentic, but it's never possessive. He loves deeply, yet the moment that love becomes a cage, an obligation, or a tool for control, he walks away. Not from lack of feeling but from an ironclad commitment to his sovereignty. This isn't coldness, it's clarity, rooted in the Stoic principle of valuing what aligns with one's purpose. His love is a free-flowing current, electric when met with mutual freedom, but severed cleanly if met with chains. He honors the connection by refusing to let it decay into toxicity. This ability to walk away from even the deepest love is terrifying because it redefines devotion. The Sigma proves that true love doesn't demand surrender, it demands freedom. In Stoic terms, he practices detachment, ensuring his emotions don't compromise his principles. His willingness to leave even from paradise, if it threatens his integrity, sets a standard few can match. Others are shaken by his ability to love without neediness, to walk without resentment. This is the Sigma's ultimate power. His love is real but his freedom is sacred, and he'll choose it every time without a flinch. This isn't about being better than alphas or anyone else, it's about being true to yourself, living by your own code, and mastering the chaos within and without. You've just uncovered 11 terrifying truths about the Sigma male mindset, each a testament to the power of self-reliance, resilience, and Stoic wisdom. If this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. Which of these traits are you already living and which will you forge next? Sigma Male Community is your guide on this journey, a place where men like you find clarity, strength, and purpose. If you found value in this, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share this video with others who need to hear it. If you're not subscribed, join us now and turn on notifications so you never miss the wisdom we're building here. Together, we're crafting a community of men who don't just survive, they thrive silently, powerfully, on their own terms. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and keep walking your path.